Good day, neighbors and niggas. It is I, your 8th cousin twice removed, Kay. I'm presenting y'all with Basketball Wives today. Please excuse the look. I'm so tired. And excuse the tardiness. I've just been late lately. I've got a lot going on as far as, I don't feel motivated to do anything at all. So, yeah. Anyway, Basketball Wives. We start off with Tami and Reggie and their daughter Jazz. And they're trying to get a surrogate so Tami and Reggie can have a new baby. I really feel in my spirit like Tami just wants one of her kids, one of her older daughters to have, well, one of her 2 daughters to have this baby. Just don't look for Jazz to have this baby for you. I don't see that in her demeanor. I don't see Jazz offering to have this baby. You may be able to get something with Lyric. Is it Lyric? You may be able to do that. But anyway, they're surveying some girls. All of them were about as qualified as I am. They were all terrible. Dior, I believe, was the black girl. She was high. And I mean, I understand that she's not currently pregnant, but if you're going somewhere looking for a job, don't go high, you know? Katie is another one. Because they were asking, like, do you do drugs? What do you know, what's tea? Katie does drugs. And then she felt, that turtle better get out the road. Then she felt the need to tell the girls that she was in 3 relationships or something. I don't know if she said a number. I just made up 3 in my mind, I think. But she said she was in a couple relationships and one of them is a girl. And I'm like, they didn't ask all of that, but okay. So Katie's a drug addicted bisexual, and then they didn't want to select Jasmine because she has never done this before. The other 2 girls have done this before, and she's like 12 years old. She's literally a year older than me. So none of that worked out. Jazz was telling them, I'm sorry y'all, I look a mess, just whatever. Jazz was saying, and Jazz and Reggie agreed, they were on the same wavelength about, I don't know about this surrogacy thing, and this whole little moment was product placement for When the Bow Breaks, because I don't know if y'all remember, before that movie came out, they had all the little YouTube or Vine stars talking about When the Bow Breaks, and they had all this little social media advertisements. I feel like they paid Tami and them to talk about When the Bow Breaks as well, just remind you that we have a movie that came out about surrogacy and snatching babies. So anyway, Jazz and Reggie are like, I don't know about all this because we watch Lifetime and they get attached and this, that, and the other. And Tami already has said she gonna cut them, so she's not worried about that. What else? Stylist invites Evelyn to get her nails done. And I was watching Stylist. I could see her doing not a cameo, just a reoccurring role as one of the girls on Claws. I don't know if y'all have seen Claws yet. The first episode premiered Sunday night on TNT. She could be on Claws. Stylist could be one of those ghetto money laundering girls on Claws. No shade. But anyway, she and Evelyn sit down and they're talking, and Stylist apologizes. And I'm like, no, because I don't want to like you. But she apologized. And she apologized, like, for real. It wasn't like, I'm sorry if you think or if you feel. It was like, my intentions weren't to be unprofessional. I didn't mean anything by it. And I apologize for what happened. Not I'm sorry that you feel. And I was like, dang it, she gonna make me like her. She got a point or 2 for me. Let me see. La 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 la. Tami then goes over to visit her adopted niece Hazel. And I'm like, why are we introducing a new character at 130 o'clock in the season? Like, what are you doing? This is episode, 9? Why are we introducing, what? Why? And she's, hi there, I'm Hazel, I was on Empire. And I'm like, what? My mama had to tell me, ain't that Kennedy? I was like, is that Kennedy? So apparently Hazel was the girl who played Kennedy, who, got into it and got punched in the middle of Leviticus. I'm surprised my mama knew that, because my mama pays less attention to stuff than I do. But when she said she was on Empire, I was like, are you sure? Was it Empire on Fox or was it Empire on BET? We don't, not that there is an Empire on BET, but like, was there an Empire on a different show? But my mama clocked it. I was like, okay, points for my mother. And Kennedy, what's her name? Not Kennedy. Hazel is in there and she's, dancing, and she's a singer, dancer, and her baby daddy plays basketball overseas, and blah. It's a lot of blah. And she talks about how she's bored and, I don't know and I don't care. Like, I don't understand the season. And mind you, this is my first time watching Basketball Wives, but my mom used to watch, and I used to watch a couple of the reviews. I don't understand why in this particular season we're introducing just a bunch of girls, and then like whatever happened to Persia, like Persia and Kiana, where them girls go? You just introducing a bunch of girls and they're just here, like, and then they pop up every now and then at one of the functions when we all get together, like. Okay. Malaysia has a lot to tell Brandy, and I'm just like, it's really not that much. You didn't have to put all those lots in there. You didn't. But she has to tell Brandy about how the girls don't like her. Like every time we meet up, we got to talk about how somebody don't like you. That's what we're doing. I don't feel the need to do that. After we've had the conversation once, we don't have to continue to have the conversation that, oh, you know, my good girlfriend over here don't like you. We don't have to keep having that conversation, but they having that conversation. Brandy, her outfit was I'm gonna move on. Malaysia looks great in her confessional, but whatever. So Brandy, I'm sorry, I'm trying to read my notes and then remember all at once, and I'm lazy and it's just a lot going on. But dang, what was I finna say? I just read the note. Malaysia. Let me stay in my lane. In my lane. Oh, and I'm still not in my lane. I should be ashamed. Okay, so then we talk about how Malaysia would just never be a +1, and how she got an email that she was invited, and yada yada. And then she was saying how she told Brandy where to meet up, and I'm saying her, like, you said you ain't know Brandy was in town, but then you said that you knew she was in town, and you texted her where to meet up, and you invited her to the function. But then you told Bob Joe that, you know, you didn't know she was gonna be here. She just popped up. Like, what's Oprah Winfrey gift? What's the truth? I need to get to the bottom. I need the roots. I don't understand. But let me see. Yeah, so she said she received, excuse me y'all, a lot going on here. She said she received an email. And I want to see the receipts. If you got an email, pull it up and let's see it. That shouldn't be hard. Anyway, let's see. Then she gets up there and is telling Brandy how pissed she is that Boring Jill came for her and just was giving her all of this and questioning her. I just don't care. Now, I don't care. Malaysia, I don't really care about what you got going on. I don't care about what Brandy's got going on. And I don't care about Bosco Jenkins. I don't. Like, she gets on my nerves being just an offended white woman and being messy. I just don't care about none of this, really. I love the show, though. I do. I love watching the Golden Girls sit around. If they could give me that, but whatever. So East, as I have decided to call them, which is Evelyn and Shaunie Tami. East. They are pre-gaming before this little barbecue. I forgot to mention that Stylist has invited all the girls to her house for a little cue. And I think that's cute. I think that's real nice. So before the queue, everybody meets up. I think it was Shaunie's house. And we're having drinks and you know, snacks. Because anytime Shaunie is with us, we're having snacks. Shaunie's literally me. She be sitting in the background filling her face. And I'm like, that's exactly what I would be doing. Sitting in the background, stuffing myself. But they're discussing, you know, Jackie and Stylist. And Evelyn says she's going to be messy and tell Stylist that Jackie was talking about her. And I'm just like, go for it. Because I need something in my life. I need drama. And then they discuss Malaysia. Let me let up this window here. So Billboard Jan decides that she wants to talk about Malaysia and tells the girls, you know, all the drama. She went painting, and then she tells them that Malaysia didn't know that Brandy was in town, and Shaunie's in the background eating. And I'm just like, Bartholomew Jenkins is messy boots. Like, she is really out here giving a lot. She's stirring up the gift. And I'm just like, I love the messiness of it because it's TV and it's not going on in my life. But I just don't see it for Brandy and JoJo. I just don't. I don't see it. Let's see. Evelyn, before we go to the party, says she has to defecate. And the girls are shook. They're like, you defecate at other people's homes? I can only defecate at my home. Now, mind you, they're not saying defecate because, you know, I don't even know if they know that word. No shade to the girls, but they're just a little bit ghetto. But, yeah, so Tami is saying she can only ever boo-boo at her own home. And I'm like, child, these are good girlfriends. I can go to my good girlfriend's house and, you know, handle my business if it arises. It rarely does. I usually only break loose at the house, but I don't even know why I'm giving y'all this much depth about defecation, but I don't know. It was weird to me that they were like, I can't do that over here. Girl, this your good girlfriend. You better go on in there. Or whatever. So, we swoop over to the barbecue. Jackie is dressed for a barbecue, and she's the only one dressed for a barbecue. Everybody else is dressed like they, getting ready to go somewhere. I don't know where, but not a barbecue. And I'm just like, how is it that Jackie is the only sensibly dressed girl at this function today? Jackie, the one who came in on a leash. I just don't understand. And so while we're having, okay, my voice just, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, nope, still. Testing, 1, 2. My voice just loves to go out on me. So while we're at the barbecue and everything, Jackie is telling the girls, okay, so something is on the chair, and she's like, oh no, that's not me, honey. I am clean down there, and I ate pineapples, so I taste good. And Malaysia's sitting over there like, does that really work? I'm like, Malaysia. Like, these are facts. We already know that, what is it, cranberries, raspberries, pineapples, these kind of things get the situation, sweet. I don't know, whatever. So Malaysia does it really work, and then that sends Jackie on a tirade of, yes, girl, it really works, and let me tell you what you do. You get you some pineapples, and you squeeze the juice out. I'm like, they sell pineapple juice, but okay, continue. You squeeze the juice out, and you put it in your douche bag. Okay, so I take my pineapple and I squeeze the juice, even though they already have processed and squeezed pineapple juice, and then I put it in my douche. And then what, Jackie? And then she proceeds to tell the girls that she dishes with pineapple. And then she was like, yeah, and y'all don't know about that? Okay, if I had a bag on me, I'd do all y'all right now. And I'm like, and my mom was like, and America as a whole was just like, why? That is, I'm disgusted. So then stylist calls Kristen over to the side, and they have a good conversation. It's like, at first I ain't like you, but now, we good. I'm sorry that, all of this happened, and can we be friends? Is that a pimple? It is. That was not there when I looked in the mirror like an hour ago. My skin, I can't. So while they're doing all of this, Shaunie East featuring, Biblioteca Jamaica, because I don't want to learn her name, and it's just a lot of fun for me to come up with B words featuring J's. Yeah, they're in the car, they're riding, and Evelyn is giving, I can't wait to see the faces of the girls when they say the things. And I'm just like, okay, I can't wait either. And what else happened? There's something else that happened in the car, but I can't remember it right now. I don't know. Shaunie wants theme music. And I said, I do too, because I want y'all to arrive giving, the minute you walked in the joint, dude. I really want it. Whatever. So back at the queue, they're talking about waxed booty holes and bushes, and Doug Christie wants a forest down there. And I'm just like, I did not, because again, y'all, I'm a very visual person. So when you're discussing, waxed booty holes, I'm seeing in my mind a waxed, inflamed because it's red, because the wax booty hole. That's what I see in my mind. And Jackie Christie talking about how if she, were to show up to Doug Christie with no hair on her privates, then, he would ask her what's wrong with her. Now, first of all, he would ask you what's wrong with you anyway, because what's wrong with you? And second of all, now I'm picturing Jackie Christie, the bush, and it's just, I didn't want to see it. And she's giving landing strip and yada yada, and I'm just like, so then the girls come in, East featuring Boy George with a J. And Malaysia is the only one that did not get up to greet them because she's just too involved with herself right now. I'm like, Malaysia, you cannot be still over there so involved with the wax booty hole that you can't get up and go talk to these girls, but whatever. Tami comes in, she says, hey, and Malaysia's giving, oh, so we're speaking today? And Tami's like, I always speak when I see you. I don't know what you say. I didn't see you the other night. And then she goes in, and Tami is just like, what is your problem with me, though? Because I told you I didn't want this girl at the function. Evelyn told you she didn't want this girl at the function. And you already know Shaunie don't want this girl at the function. So why would you bring her to the function? That's the problem. And on top of that, you wasn't even invited. And then Malaysia goes into, well, I'm glad you mentioned that. I did not know I wasn't invited. And I just would never go somewhere where I'm not wanted. And then they try to clarify and say, well, it's not that you weren't wanted, you weren't invited. Now with that, if I want somebody at my function, I'm going to invite them. If I don't want them at the function, I'm not going to invite them. So those, in this particular instance, it's interchangeable. That she was not wanted and she was not invited. It runs together. But whatever, they tried to, make that two separate things. And just in this case, it wasn't. But I'm just trying to figure out who sent this email. Can I read the email? All of that. And then Malaysia is trying to read Tami's makeup looks, and I'm just like, you can't really read her makeup looks when you're walking around looking like bananas in pajamas. You can't do it. You're yellow, just very, very yellow in the face. And it doesn't go with the neck. It doesn't go with the shoulders. It doesn't go with what's going on past the lace of your lace front wig. It just doesn't. Your face is yellow. It's time to let go, put down the Ben Nye banana powder, and move on with your life. You don't have to do this. But she tried to read Tami. Now, Tami goes and gets one of her, extremely lengthy cigarettes. And she proceeds to start smoking. And she's like, I just came here, and I walked in here with my cute little heels, and I got me something to drink, and you started in on me. And I'm like, she did. She did. That's exactly what happened. She came in, and you just went in on her. And that's what happened. And then they go and, they're having a back and forth. Everything Tami says, Malaysia says, no, well, you, and you. And also you. And Tami's like, your breath stinks. Your breath stinks. Your forehead's too big. Your forehead's too big. Your nose is sloppy. Your nose is sloppy. Like, Malaysia, give us something else. Give us something. You could have read her about her weave looking like Carrie Hilson's weave. Because Tami with that bowl cut looks like Carrie Hilson back in 2009. You could have read her about that. You could have read her about that long cigarette. Like, there's things that you could have brought up without just saying, well, you too. I mean, your read could have been bad. But even if you tried to read and it was bad, it would have been better than you just saying, anything you say, I'm going to say it back to you. We ain't have to do that. And in this moment, while they're doing all of this, I in my mind was thinking, I would love to see Nene Leaks or Knene or Shin Leaks come up against Tami. Because Tami was not backing down, much like Nene. When somebody's talking, they never lose their point. They just continue and continue. I would love to see them go up against each other and read off. Then Malaysia comes for, or Shaunie, I don't know. They're talking about substance, and I'm like, substance abuse? I'm sitting here thinking they're calling the girl alcoholic, but they were talking about like substance, like the meat on your bones, not your physical bones, but your mental bones. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, and Evelyn is giving, well, I'm only here because I thought you wouldn't be here and she wouldn't be here, and I'm like, oh, well, yeah, that sounds about right. I feel like I'm missing something.
I have some tendencies every now and then.
Shaunie calls Malaysia high school, which it's elementary for me. It's not even high school. And then,
I can work with him.
like, Tami and, what's her name? Tami and Malaysia were giving, I got your number. I got your number too. I can call you. I can text you. I've got your email. And in that moment, I didn't know if Malaysia didn't get what she was saying because she's dumb or if she's just so smart. I didn't know if it was like shade back or stupidity. Because she was like, Tami, I got your number. And we already know that's, we see each other. That was, I see you too, we see each other. That's what that was. But then Malaysia's giving, I got your number, I got your phone, your phone number, your email, your cell number. And I'm like, is she stupid? Or is she beginning to to give you reads and shade? It wasn't clear. I'm not sure. But then Jackie inserts herself and says, well, if this has anything to do with me, let me know. It's like, well, first of all, Jackie, this portion of the conversation didn't have nothing to do with you. And second of all, most things have to do with you. So there was no point in you inserting yourself. But then Evelyn says, okay, well, let's, keep it going. You said that, something about Saniy'yah and yada, yada, yada. And she's like, what did I say? What did I say? I'm gonna let Bruce Jenner say something and then I'll speak. And so Brody Jenner gets up there and she's saying, you called stylist, is it Saniy'yah? Stylist. You called her a, liability and you said you wouldn't, F with her or something like that. Jackie is giving, I don't recall, I don't remember saying that. I don't remember saying that. And then she goes into, I never said that. And I'm like, if you don't remember, how do you know you never said it? Like when I don't remember something, I don't know, people tell me, because, I read all the time. And my mom will be like, well, you said this. And I'll be like, sound like something I would say. I don't remember, but it sounds like something I would say. I don't understand. But, yeah, so Ben Jackson says that Jackie called stylist a liability and all of this. And then Jackie goes into, me and her shared clams together. Ugh. What? We shared clams together. Like, and I think the way that Bilbo Jenkins took it was that Jackie didn't like Stylist. It wasn't that. It was just like, she's messed up, you know? She is not doing well. Because she was drunk, like lit drunk. We saw her booty. And I think white woman took it as, oh, she said she ain't like her. When it was really more of a, girl, she is giving me too much. I don't think she understood. So, you know, white woman was trying to give Jackie doesn't like her. When the thing is, she liked her from the beginning. She bonded over their big titties and camo. So, I mean, she liked her from jump. Whatever. Yeah, so they shared clams together. And then Jackie, you know, she's running and trying to get to BJ. And I'm just like, you know. And Stylist is like, girl, it's okay. Like, I don't even care. Like, we're still good girlfriends. It's fine. And it was just a lot. It was a whole lot. And, you know, Blowjob is standing over there with her mouth ajar, just looking shocked, dazed, and confused. And then, you know, Malaysia goes to get Jackie's purse because she wants to leave. She's flying back to Seattle or Cincinnati or wherever she's from. I don't know. And San Francisco? I don't know. And then as soon as Malaysia comes back with her purse, Jackie takes off running. Shaunie's like trying to hold a distance, but she got her cup in her hand and she's not going to spill this drink. It was just a lot going on. And then it went off. And that's what happened. Let me get away from this camera and order this. Actually, I got to do Daytime Divas and then I'll order my food. Yeah, so like, comment, and subscribe, all the things that YouTubers say. All my information is in the description box, along with Matea's GoFundMe, which, as we all know, has nothing to do with Jackie Christie and, you know, her grandson and her children and all of that. So just keep that in mind. And I will be back next week for Basketball Wives, and I'll be back in a few minutes for Daytime Divas, unless you watch that first, and then I don't know. You'll see me again, though. Peace, y'all.